Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word.
The Adventures of Cowboy Jesse and Cowboy Earl by H.R. Hunsaker. Tonight's episode, The Bluff.
It was a clear day on the ranch as an Audi A6 sped up the trail leading to the corral. The Audi came to a dusty stop just outside of the fence as Jesse and Earl were tending to their horses. An edgy but confident young man exited the vehicle and walked over to the horseman. Earl secured Tego and walked towards the young man. Breaking a silence, Earl spoke first. "Hello there, stranger. You lost?" No, I'm not lost. The widow sent me," said the young man while extending his hand. "The name's Caraway." Earl knew something wasn't right about this. The widow wouldn't send anyone up here without telling him first. Earl refused his hand. "So, Mr. Caraway," asked Earl, "what's the nature of your business?" The young man replied, "I'm an efficiency expert. I've been sent to help you streamline the ranch." "Partner," said Earl, "we don't need help streamlining the ranch. Me and Jesse got that figured out." Earl walked past the young man and over to the Audi. "I'll say this, Caraway, this sure is a good-looking A6. The young man was beaming with pride as Earl pointed off towards the barn. "But I'm partial to my XC90. It's safe." "Maybe so," replied the young man, "but I enjoy the sportiness of my A6. Earl was getting agitated. "You'll think sporty after you wrap that thing around a tree." Earl looked him square in his eyes. "I suppose now you'll tell me about the Quattro suspension, but I'm telling you it won't do you no good unless you know what you're doing." The young man stood his ground. Earl shifted gears and moved in. "So, was it the widow's son who put you up to this?" Well, stammered the young man. "We knew each other back in college." "I see," said Earl. "So he either owes you a favor or you got something on him." "I wouldn't put it like that." Earl's face took on a scowl. "I'll tell you how I put it. You got something on him, and you got him to convince his mama to go along with this, didn't you?" The young man just stood there not saying anything. Earl continued, "Now I got something on him too. Though it'll break his mama's heart, it'll blow the lid off this whole thing. You probably don't want to hear this, Caraway. The widow is a generous woman, but she won't take kindly to being grifted. She got a cage full of lawyers she'll turn loose on you. They'll rip you apart like a pack of wild dogs." Earl ran out of material and let up. He hoped that would be enough. Caraway stood frustrated. He was boxed in. "Okay, then, what should I do? I've got this contract and all," he asked. "I suggest you tear up that contract and drive up to the mansion and tell the widow that everything looks good down here on the ranch." Earl continued, "And Mr. Caraway, the widow's going to try to pay you for your time, but I think it would be a good idea for you to refuse payment." The young man got into the A6 and sped off towards the mansion. Jesse walked over to Earl. "Earl, what do you have on the widow's son?" Earl shook his head. "I don't have anything, Jesse. I was bluffing." "Bluffing?" asked Jesse. "What are we going to do when word gets back to him?" "We're not going to do anything. We don't have to." "What do you mean?" Earl couldn't wait to throw out the next bit. He knew it would blow Jesse away. "He's a human being, ain't he?" "Well, yeah, of course," replied Jesse. Earl reluctantly paused for effect. "Then he's done something he shouldn't have." Jesse knew to downplay this, as it would only encourage Earl. "I suppose you're right, Earl." Earl was still basking in it and didn't even think to acknowledge Jesse. Without much fanfare, the two cowboys went back to tending to their horses, and after about 30 minutes, Earl turned to Jesse. "Jess, I'm starved. Why don't we saddle up the horses and head into the Sonic?" Jesse remembered the last time and was surprised by Earl's idea. What about the last time he went to Sonic, Earl? You remember that, don't you? Of course I do, Jesse. That's why I want to go, confessed Earl. I mean, every man deserves a shot at redemption, right? Jesse nodded his head in agreement. The two cowboys saddled up and rode into Sonic. Earl was in high spirits as he led the way. The end.
Word